condemn it. We are responding. But to target civilian population, it's extremely unfortunate.
Just to point out, Minister, the Indian armed forces say that altogether 9 sites have been targeted, that they haven't hit any Pakistani military facilities. These are terrorist camps that they are hitting.
Let me make it very clear. There are no terrorist camps in Pakistan. Pakistan is a victim of terrorism. We are fighting the terrorists in our western regions, on our western borders. We are the frontline state against terrorism. We've laid down 90,000 lives in this war against terrorism. India, on the other hand, when we had the Jafar Express hijacking, an intense hijacking incident, India did not even condemn it, let alone express some concern about that incident. So India has been sponsoring terrorism by assassinating Sikhs in US, in Canada, in Australia. We captured a spy by the name of Kulbhushan Yadav, who's a commissioned naval officer.
Can I just point out to you, on my program just a week ago, your Defence Minister, Khwaja Asif, admitted that Pakistan has for decades had a policy of funding, backing and using terrorist groups as proxies in the country. In fact, in 2018, President Donald Trump cut military aid to Pakistan because he accused Pakistan of playing a double game. So when you say there are no terrorist camps in Pakistan, that is going against what General Pervez Musharraf has said, what Benazir Bhutto has said, what your defence minister said just a week ago. In fact, what Bilawal Bhutto said to me a few days ago, he said that terrorism and funding and backing terrorist organisations has been and was part of Pakistan's history.
Post 9/11, let's talk about post 9/11 scenario. And let me be very clear. Post 9/11, Pakistan was the frontline state, and we still are the frontline state in eliminating terrorism. You see, when we are the guarantors of world peace, because we are a wall between the terrorists and the rest of the world. I would like to invite you to Pakistan to come and see the circumstances.
I have been to Pakistan, sir, and we know that Osama bin Laden was also discovered in Abbottabad in Pakistan. So these accusations on Pakistan, including your defence minister making the admission, is there, and that is why part of the reason...
What the defence minister was referring to, I think he's been misinterpreted. You see, there was a Soviet invasion back in the 80s, and obviously we were countering the Soviet invasion at that point in time. That's part of history. And we were allies of the US. So post 9/11, the scenario changed completely. And Pakistan made a lot of sacrifices. Pakistan is still laying down lives against terrorists. Even today in Balochistan, there was a terrorist attack. We lost 7 soldiers. So you see Pakistani politicians, Pakistani soldiers, Pakistani officers, Pakistani military, Pakistani police, they've been giving numerous sacrifices. So there's no question at all, madam, of having terrorist camps in Pakistan.
That contradicts Western intelligence, the State Department. There have been many, but I just want to focus you on this particular incident, sir. How will Pakistan now respond?
You see, let me just conclude the previous argument by saying that when we captured this wanted terrorist on the Afghan border, President Trump, in his State of the Union address, actually appreciated Pakistan's efforts in the war against terrorism and how Pakistan is dealing with these terrorists, how we are capturing them, how we are going after them, how they are being eliminated.
Up until a few years ago, sir, Pakistan was on a grey list of states sponsoring of terrorism just a few years ago. So I know you want to take this back to the 1980s, but the point is that this is something that Pakistan has long been accused of, and that's why India has pointed the finger of blame on Pakistan for the Pahalgam attack.
India should have gotten its own house in order. You see, after the intense hijacking of the Jafar Express, we had terrorists appearing on Indian media, giving interviews. The Balochistan Liberation Army, which is a terrorist organization. We had images from the mobile phones of the terrorists being shown on the Indian media. Pakistani media did not have those images. So you see, the fight that we are fighting is not only for us, it's for the rest of the world. As far as the current situation is ongoing, we are responding. We've shot down, as per initial reports, we've shot down 2 Indian planes. And obviously, India is the aggressor, provocator. They've attacked civilian areas. There were no terrorist camps, and I can vouch for that. because we were going there tomorrow, and we will respond because
Of course, we are still in the fog of war. Of your country's history and links with different terrorist organizations, which, as I said, in the last Trump administration, they cut military aid. Your country was on a grey list for a number of years, including just a few years ago. Osama bin Laden was discovered near a military base in Pakistan in quite an affluent area. US Navy SEAL Special Forces conducted that operation without telling Pakistan, who were their allies at the time, working with them in the war in Afghanistan, because they couldn't trust the Pakistani defense and intelligence and military establishment. And so because of Pakistan's reputation in this area, that is why Indian officials have said, based on the information they have, they've pointed the finger of blame on Pakistan because the Resistance Front, a splinter organization linked to Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is linked to the ISI in Pakistan, is believed to be behind this attack.
I deny these allegations completely. And